Yo, what's good? Everyday Superpower. Signing in, the place where we talk non-verbal communication. We talk game, attraction, seduction, repulsion, everything in between, okay? Two links are in the description of this video. One of the links will take you to my YouTube playlist entitled The Catalogue of Body Language, as to where you will learn how to read people from top to bottom just through your own observations. Yes. Second to that, we got a link to the Patreon. The Patreon is going to be you and me engaging in fruitful discussion over watching real dates, okay, in real time, honest communication, attraction and repulsion cues. You'll internalize the information I provide to you, and in doing so, you will become a Superman of the perceptive world, all right? You'll internalize it, and your survival mechanism will be like, whoa, 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 we can't forget this information. Honestly, that's the real game. Now, moving on. What shall we talk about today? Yes, I've got a quote saved. I believe this was taken from a book entitled Mail. Okay? I forgot who wrote it. You can find it. And I'll read it out to you and we'll talk about it, yeah? It's evolutionarily, biologically related. Honesty builds your social status, which improves mating success over the long term. Most women expect that most men are lying most of the time, and they hate it. In a world of liars, seducers, and charlatans, the man who stands up and tells the truth about the world, about himself, and about what he really wants is very rare and very attractive. There is a reason most women list honesty as one of their most desired traits. Lying will reduce your long-term mating success. Okay? Have you heard that, right? So we are fantastic at persuasion. We are fantastic at highlighting the benefits and putting ourselves forward as the man they want through the concentration of our positive, attractive, and connective qualities. Yes? So think about that for a moment. We don't need to lie. We can just emphasize on what is right. The insecure man lies. Okay? Now, you always have to disclaim that white lies aren't necessarily a bad thing, as a way of lubricating communications and conversations. I mean, you can't be bluntly honest. You know, some people, I've been cool with people over the years who have had, whichever degree of, autistic trait and so forth, autism, and it's hard for them to make, if not keep friends around, if not build relationships due to the sheer honesty as to which they talk sometimes, okay? Because it's very easy to offend when you don't hold back from the pure, honest God's truth 24 hours a day. So it's not to say that you can't lie and lying is inherently a bad thing. It's just don't lie about what you shouldn't lie about, and you should be the decider, the judge as to whether it's rightful or so. So let's take into example dating apps, or I'm not even going to say dating apps. It's prevalent on dating apps, but I'm going to say in real life. Yeah, this is a starter. This is a starter. Do you know the amount of men I have spoke to? I'm 5'11". Let me tell you that, right? I'm not sky high. I'm not a tall guy. All right. But I'm not a short guy as well. Although girls would call me short, I have been called short before, so I guess if you're not tall, you are short, right? The amount of men I have come across who have told me or told the next person they're 6 foot tall when they are of the same height, if not shorter than me to some slight extent, is crazy. It's wild. And because of that, it's in my best interest not to put my height on bloody social media sites and so on and so forth. Have you heard about girl inches? Because every man walking around the planet Earth's got an 11-inch dick. Do you know where I'm coming from? So this is why your honesty is important. Because the lies an insecure man tells creates this ongoing, necessary evil narrative for a man to continue on lying. So we opt out of that. So we're honest. And the good thing is, we develop ourselves, we build ourselves, we learn, research, educate, we continue moving and forwards on such a consistent basis as the brilliant, forward thinking, entrepreneurial, successful men we are, that it will come to a point, if not is at a point, where you should have no shame in who you are, what you do, and where you're going, because you have established a theme and an ongoing momentum that expresses and showcases your consistency, your devotion, your intelligence, your willpower, your drive, your ambition, above and beyond any of your competitors. Maybe not so much in the short term, but definitely in the mid to long, when you can really express yourself and communicate the true extent of your character to them, you know? A woman is gonna hate you when you start to lie to her. When she start, and do you think she's not a detective? Do you think that she's not gonna see when things don't add up, and she starts to question who you are, what you're doing, where you're going? I see this time and time again. I see this in my life now with other relationships. Isn't she gonna now start looking for the next man who's honest while she's still in a relationship with you? Because you've just been compulsive in your lying. It comes down to insecurity. It stems from insecurity. You have nothing to offer. You're uncomfortable with that. And the thing is, let's say you're 5'6", yeah? Let's talk about the height thing. Let's say you're 5'5". If you're upfront and bold with it when you're inquired about, and you say so in a self-respecting manner, because guess what? I can't change this. So what have I got to care about? What shall I just hide into the recesses of my mind where I can pretend to be somebody I'm not? No, that's not how the real world works. That's not how others' perception of you is going to work. Unfortunately, you're just going to become delusional. Nobody wants somebody who's delusional. Yeah, you are linked in with reality. You see both their reality and your own reality, and in the middle ground is the honest truth of what is going on around us in our communication at that time. Yes, we are invested in others such as we are invested in ourselves, but a little less so in ourselves, because we already know who we are. We don't need to lie. And the thing is, when you lie, you end up tripping up and things don't add up because you can't remember all of the lies you've told. From a biological standpoint, if I showcase myself as a liar to you, first and foremost, subconsciously speaking, you're always going to perceive me as a liar. So trust will never be at 100 from there. At the very most, it'll be at 99. I will never regain full trust because I've proven to you that I can lie to you. All right? That's the God's honest truth. Secondly, how are you going to want to have children with me? Or how are you going to be motivated to have children with me and continue on your bloodline? And we can have beautiful kids bouncing around. How are you going to be more comfortable in the idea of that? Or at least biologically speaking, consciously you might tell me you don't want it, but biologically your tick is it's moving, and something's got to get going on in that womb, and that could be me, right? How are you going to look at me, the liar, who could just cheat on you in any way, and think this is the person who I want to spend at least the next 18 years with as this child develops? It's a shambles. It's going to go west. It's going to go wrong. So let me get back to the note, yeah? I've written, honesty builds your social status. So as far as a friend is concerned as well, I'm a grown man. If you're my friend and you've lied to me in a relatively serious way, which has shown you as somebody who can lie to me, our friendship isn't what it once was. I'm going to keep you at arm's distance. If I've known you as a liar from back in the day, to me, you're still a liar. That's deep. If you lie about stuff I think you shouldn't lie about, you're known as a bullshit. And you know what? God's honest truth. For the most part, if it comes up in conversation, I might even tell people that you're a bullshitter. Because I've got no problem in setting up a barricade, a boundary to people like that. If you're a liar, I've got no problem with causing some degree of conflict because you need to feel more comfortable with yourself. You can't do nothing to me because you can't be honest with yourself. So this is how deep it runs as far as friendship and relationships are concerned. You shouldn't be lying. It stems from a deeper place. It probably stems from you not getting appropriate attention whilst you were younger or anything in between. Okay? You feel like you need to do this. If you don't need to do this and you don't feel like you need to do this because everything you have is spot on and perfect, then that's a comfortable and confident man. And that's the man that that woman wants to be with. Self-assured, honest, consistent. The man who goes fully front and foremost and goes, you know what, I love you to bits, but I want other women in our relationship. I want you to meet somebody else as far as another woman is concerned, and I want this to bloom into something more. She's going to be more blown away and in admiration of your honesty as opposed to the next man who's clearly a liar and will cheat on her, if not wants her purely for sex. Your long-term mating success will dwindle once word starts to get around that you are a liar. Okay? And on that note, I'm signing out. Click like, click subscribe. Peace.